Happy Monday, boys and girls, and welcome back to another one of our learning videos in what might be one of our last learning videos, because I think we should be back in school for next week. So, just off topic there to start with, as always, we're looking at a new maths topic this week. So we've looked at a few topics so far. We've looked at time and money. Now we're moving on to something different. We're looking at a type of measuring, and this particular type of measuring is when we are measuring liquids. So we are looking at what's called capacity. Now capacity, to give you a definition of it, capacity is how much liquid something can hold. So if you imagine, if you've got a bottle of water, the amount of liquid that that bottle can hold is the capacity. It's slightly different to the size of the bottle, because we're going to look at a wee experiment. It's not much of an experiment, it's going to be a version of an experiment looking at capacity. So, before I get any further, let's make sure I talk about what I wanted to talk about. Yes, so it's about measuring how much something has. And capacity, when we're measuring, there's a particular unit that we use to measure liquids, and we're going to move on to that a little bit later in the week. For now, we're only going to look at measuring capacity, even, with certain words. So we have the word empty, if there's nothing in there. We have the word full, if it's full of liquid. Half full, if it's half full, funnily enough. And either a little bit or a lot to measure. So we're just using different words to describe it rather than using a unit to measure it. So I have here, move this over, I have some different glasses here from my home. And what we're going to look at is, I'll just double check we've got the camera on the right bit. Looks good. We're going to look at how much water these things can hold. So I have my water here to pour. We're going to start with the smaller ones here. These two glasses here. Now, there you go. What do we notice that's slightly different about these glasses? I'll give you a minute to have a think. Actually, I'm not going to give you a minute. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, our different glasses here, both made of glass, funny that, but they're different sizes. So this glass here is taller than this glass, but this glass is slightly wider. And this is where I talked a little bit about capacity at the start. It's not quite the size of the bottle, it's how much liquid it can hold. So these two glasses here, I keep saying bottle, it could be glasses, containers, whatever. These two glasses are different sizes, but let's see if they've got the same capacity. So I'm going to start by filling up this glass here, just about all the way to the top. Not all the way to the top, because I don't want to spill it all over my table and my laptop, because if I break this laptop, Mrs. Dick will not be happy. So, our first glass is full, or just about full of water. Let's see what happens when we transfer all the water in this glass to this glass. What do we notice? Well, immediately, it's not quite as high up as this glass. And, well, that's it. That's what we've noticed. So, it's because it's not quite as high up as this glass, it means that this glass here, glass number 2, has got more capacity than this glass. It has more capacity, it can hold more liquid than this glass, even though this glass here is actually a bit higher. And we'd think, if it's a bit higher, if it's a bit taller, it should be able to hold more. But it's not just about how tall something is, it's also about how wide it is as well. Cheers. Now, our second glasses here are going to be interesting. Slightly bigger ones now. I'll make sure I can see both of them. There's my fingers. So, two different glasses here. Again, this glass here is slightly taller, But because this glass, well, that would have been perfect if that had worked. This glass can just about fit inside this glass. It means this glass is slightly wider. So we'll start by filling up glass number 2 this time. Filling it up with water. Concentrating very hard here. And there, that's why I stopped talking. So we've filled this just about up to the brim with water. And we're going to try moving the liquid from this glass to this glass and see how high up it goes on this glass here, how full this glass becomes. Whoa. Ah! Oh no! The reason I'm panicking is because I have just spilled it on the laptop that I said I wasn't going to do. Now, I'm going to let you have a wee look at this glass here while I quickly mop up the disaster that is this table at the moment. Okay. Ow. This is becoming a nightmare. Okay. I think we managed to miss the laptop. It just got on the table. That's fine. Okay. Back to business. So, this glass here is just about up to the same level as this glass. So what we can say is, round about, if we hadn't spilled it, it'd be right up to the top like this glass here. Both glasses have the same capacity. They can hold the same amount of liquid. So if we were to empty this glass, you're looking at me just now, if we were to empty this glass back into this one, it would go back up to that same level, minus the wee bit of water that's spilled. So, we've used our bottles, our glasses here to demonstrate capacity, how much something can hold. While I've got your attention here, and hopefully I haven't broken this, I'm going to quickly look at our work today, what it is we are looking at. So, come round, there we go. This is for Primary 3. Primary 3 we have, well, for, yes it is, absolutely, for Primary 3, we have our Monster Milkshake Cafe Capacity. Try saying that 3 times, it's not easy. Where we've got different monsters that have different amounts full of their glasses. So the first monster here says, my milkshake is full. That's in a speech bubble, as we should know. So what you have to do is you have to colour in a glass all the way up to the top to show that it is full. If you've got a printer, you can try printing it out. Otherwise, you can just draw the glasses. Now, don't worry, it doesn't have to be an absolutely perfect drawing. So something along the lines of this. That'll do. And all you have to do is colour in all the way up to the top so I know that that glass is full. The second one says, move this round. My milkshake, this little blue fellow here, my milkshake is nearly empty. So again, we'll draw another glass there. But if it's nearly empty, it means that it has got something in it because it's not just completely empty like the yellow one here. So nearly empty, I think something like that. So it's not quite right in the middle because that would be half full. And it's not quite it's not above that because that would be more than half full. And there is still a little bit in it because it's not empty. So nearly empty like that. You shouldn't have any problems with that whatsoever, boys and girls. And then for Primary 3, I've got another wee worksheet for you to work through. So when I say Primary 3, I mean my triangles, my squares and my stars. This is the work for you today. For my circles, my Primary 2s, you have 2 pages of your shape, measure and data handling workbook, the one that looks like this with the butterfly and the shapes. Your pages are pages 17 here and 18 next door. So 17 is asking you, tick which holds more. So have a look, or if you're wanting to, if you want to be very scientific, you can have a go at this and try your own wee experiments like I did with the water. Just make sure you've got an adult on hand, and a sensible adult unlike me who isn't going to spill all the water all over the place. So, moving back over. Your job is to tick which do you think holds more, and you might have to do a few of these to test it. So you have a bottle and a mug, a measuring jug and a bowl, and at the bottom here, a kettle, a plastic bottle, a big drinking bottle, and I was struggling to think there. I think that's a plant pot. If you don't have a plant pot, you can do a wee bucket, something along those lines. And the second page here, getting to the end of this now, your job is to work out or to measure how many cups does it take to fill these things. So you might all have different answers because you might all use different sizes of bottles and saucepans. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. If you want, you can show me a wee picture of you doing the wee experiments when you load your work onto Teams. And have a look, how many cups does it take to fill these 4 items here? A bottle, a plastic box, a saucepan and a measuring jug. And then at the bottom it says tick which holds less. So once you've got your answer here and here, you can say which one of these holds less and give that a wee tick. And I tell you what, if the circles, if you go through that work incredibly quick and you find it really easy, you can have a wee go at some of the P3 work as well, because why not? You're doing really, really well and working really, really hard. So I think that's everything to do with capacity today. I will leave you there while I tidy up this mess that I've made, and good luck. This is just the start of it today. We'll move into a little bit more detail as the week goes on, and I'll have a few more learning videos for you this week. Look forward to hearing from you, to hear how you got on. Good luck, boys and girls, and have a super Monday. Bye bye.